Have you ever gone for a walk, hoping to feel refreshed and energized, only to come back feeling stiff, sore, or just plain tired? If you're nodding your head, you're not alone. Walking is one of the best things we can do for our health as we age. It's gentle, it's free, and it gets us moving. But here's the thing. Even something as simple as walking can trip us up if we're making a few common mistakes. The good news? These are easy to fix, and by making a few small tweaks, you can turn your daily stroll into a powerful tool to stay strong, mobile, and full of life. I'm excited to share with you 4 common walking mistakes that seniors often make, and more importantly, how to fix them so you can keep moving with confidence and ease. Let's dive right in and talk about the first mistake: walking with poor posture. Now, picture this. You're out for a walk in your favorite park. The sun's shining and you're feeling good. But as you move, your shoulders are hunched, your head's tilted forward, and your back's a little slouched. Sound familiar? That's poor posture, and it's one of the biggest mistakes we can make when walking. Over time, slouching or leaning forward puts extra strain on your back, neck, and even your knees. It can make you feel tired faster and increase your risk of aches or even a stumble. I've seen this with so many folks. My neighbor, Joan, used to complain about back pain after her walks, and she had no idea her posture was a culprit. So how do we fix this? It's simpler than you think. First, imagine a string gently pulling you up from the top of your head. This helps you stand tall and keeps your spine in a natural, relaxed position. Keep your shoulders back and relaxed, not stiff like a soldier, but loose and comfortable. Your chin should be slightly tucked, like you're holding a small orange under it. And your eyes should look about 10 to 20 feet ahead, not down at your feet. This keeps your neck aligned and helps you stay aware of what's around you. Here's a quick tip to practice this at home before your next walk. Stand with your back against the wall, heels a couple of inches away. Let your shoulders and head touch the wall lightly. Feel that alignment? That's the posture you want to carry into your walk. Try doing this for a minute or 2 each day. It's like a gentle reminder to your body to stay tall. And when you're walking, check in with yourself every few minutes. Are your shoulders creeping up? Is your head tilting forward? A little awareness goes a long way. Joan started doing this, and within a couple weeks, she told me her walks felt easier and her back pain was almost gone. It's amazing how such a small change can make such a big difference. Now, let's move on to the second mistake: taking steps that are too long or too short. This one's a sneaky problem because we don't always notice it. When your strides are too long, you're overreaching, which can throw off your balance and put stress on your hips and knees. On the flip side, if your steps are too short and choppy, you're not using your muscles efficiently, and it can make your walk feel like a shuffle. Either way, it's not doing your body any favors. My friend Tom used to take these huge strides, thinking it would make him walk faster, but he kept feeling wobbly and tired. The fix? Aim for a natural stride length where your foot lands comfortably under your body, not too far ahead or too close. A good rule of thumb is to let your arms swing naturally at your sides. Your steps should match that rhythm. It's like your body's own metronome, keeping you steady and smooth. To find your sweet spot, try this. On your next walk, focus on taking steps that feel relaxed, like you're strolling with a friend. If you feel like you're lunging forward or shuffling, adjust until it feels effortless. You can even practice in your backyard or living room. Walk a few steps, notice how your feet land, and tweak it until it feels natural. This small change can help you walk longer, feel stronger, and reduce the risk of tripping. Tom tried this, and he said it was like his walks got a whole new groove. He even started enjoying his walks more because he wasn't fighting his own body. So, we've talked about standing tall with great posture and finding that perfect stride length. These 2 simple fixes can transform your walks into something that feels good and keeps you moving strong. But there's more to cover to make sure your walks are working for you, not against you. Let's keep going and talk about another common mistake that might be holding you back. So, let's keep the momentum going and dive into the next common walking mistake seniors often make: not using your arms the right way. You might be thinking, my arms? I'm just walking, not doing a workout. But trust me, Your arms play a bigger role than you might realize. When you let your arms just hang limply by your sides or keep them stuffed in your pockets, you're missing out on a chance to boost your balance and get more out of your walk. I remember chatting with my friend Margaret, who used to walk with her hands in her jacket pockets because she thought it felt cozy. But she noticed she was stumbling more often and felt a bit unsteady, especially on uneven sidewalks. That's because your arms act like natural counterweights, helping you stay balanced and stable with every step. Here's how to fix this one. Let your arms swing naturally as you walk, like a pendulum moving in sync with your steps. Your elbows should be slightly bent, not locked straight, and your hands should stay relaxed, not clenched into fists. Think of it like a gentle, rhythmic swing, almost as if you're marching to your favorite tune. This arm movement does two amazing things. It helps you maintain balance, especially on tricky surfaces like gravel or grass, and it gives your upper body a little workout, which can improve your overall strength. Margaret tried this on her next walk, letting her arms swing freely, and she told me it felt like she was gliding instead of trudging. Plus, she noticed her shoulders felt less tense, and she could walk farther without feeling winded. To practice this, try a little exercise at home. Stand up, take a few steps in place, and let your arms swing naturally. Notice how your opposite arm moves with your opposite leg. That's the rhythm you want. If you're used to keeping your hands in your pockets, it might feel a bit strange at first, but give it a few walks, and it'll become second nature. And here's a bonus tip. If you're walking somewhere chilly, try wearing gloves instead of pocketing your hands. That way, you stay warm and keep your arms free to do their job. This small change can make your walks feel smoother and safer, and you might even enjoy the extra pep in your step. Now, let's talk about another mistake that can sneak up on us: wearing the wrong shoes. This one's a big deal because your feet are your foundation, and the wrong footwear can turn a good walk into a painful one. I learned this the hard way a few years ago when I wore an old pair of sneakers for a long walk. By the end, my feet were aching, and I had a blister the size of a quarter. The problem? My shoes were worn out with no support, and they weren't right for my feet anymore. As we age, our feet change, arches can flatten, and we might need a bit more cushioning or stability. Wearing shoes that are too tight, too loose, or just plain worn out can lead to foot pain, blisters, or even knee and hip discomfort. So how you fix this? Invest in a good pair of walking shoes that fit your feet like a glove. Look for shoes with good arch support, a cushioned sole, and a wide enough toe box so your toes aren't cramped. If you're not sure what's best, visit a shoe store where they can measure your feet and recommend a pair designed for walking. My friend Bill went to a specialty store, and they helped him find shoes with extra support for his high arches. He said it was like walking on clouds, and his knee pain disappeared after a few weeks. Also, check your shoes every 6 months or so. Once the soles start wearing down, they're not doing you any favors. And don't forget socks. Choose ones that wick away moisture to keep your feet dry and prevent blisters. Here's a quick tip. When you try on new walking shoes, do in the afternoon or evening when your feet are a bit swollen from the day. That way, you'll get a better fit for when you're out walking. And before you head out, take your new shoes for a test spin around the house to make sure they feel good. By choosing the right shoes, you're setting yourself up for walks that feel comfortable and keep you moving strong. These two fixes, using your arms properly and wearing the right shoes, can take your walks to a whole new level of comfort and confidence. But we're not done yet. There's one more key area to explore to make sure your walks are helping you stay active and healthy for years to come. Let's keep moving forward and talk about it. All right. Let's wrap up our journey through those common walking mistakes and make sure your walks are doing wonders for your health and happiness. The last mistake we need to tackle is one that's easy to overlook: not varying your walking routine. It's so tempting to stick to the same route, the same pace, and the same distance every day. Maybe you love that familiar loop around your neighborhood, or you feel comfortable sticking to flat sidewalks. I get My friend Susan used to walk the same path every morning because it felt safe and predictable. But here's the problem. Doing the same walk day in and day out can limit the benefits you get. Your muscles get used to the same motions, and you miss out on building strength, flexibility, and balance in different ways. Plus, it can start to feel a bit boring, And that's the last thing we want when we're trying to stay active and energized. So how do you fix this? Mix things up. It doesn't have to be complicated. And you don't need to overhaul your entire routine. Start by changing your route every now and then. If you usually walk on flat ground, try a path with a gentle hill or two to challenge your legs and heart a bit more. Susan started adding a loop through a nearby park with a small incline, and she was amazed at how much stronger she felt after a few weeks. You can also vary your pace. Try walking a bit faster for a minute or two, then slow down to your normal speed. This little burst of speed, sometimes called interval walking, boosts your stamina and burns a few extra calories without feeling like a workout. Another idea is to walk on different surfaces, like grass or a gravel path, if it's safe for you. This engages different muscles and helps improve your balance, which is so important as we age. Here's a simple way to start. Once or twice a week, pick a new route or add a small twist to your usual walk. Maybe take a different street, explore a local trail, or even walk with a friend to keep things fresh and fun. If you're worried about uneven ground, start small. Maybe a short stretch of grass in your backyard, and make sure you're wearing those supportive shoes we talked about earlier. By mixing up your routine, you're not just keeping your body challenged. You're also keeping your mind engaged, which makes every walk something to look forward to. Susan told me she started noticing new flowers and neighbors on her new routes, and it turned her walks into a little adventure. Now, let's bring it all together. Walking is like a gift you give yourself. It keeps your body strong, your heart healthy, and your spirit lifted. But small mistakes like slouching, taking awkward steps, not using your arms, or wearing worn-out shoes can hold you back from getting the most out of it. And sticking to the same old routine can make your walks less effective over time. The beauty of these fixes, standing tall, finding your natural stride, swinging your arms, choosing the right shoes, and mixing up your walks, is that they're simple and doable. You don't need fancy equipment or gym membership. Just a little awareness and a willingness to try something new can make your walks feel amazing and keep you moving with confidence. I hope you're feeling inspired to lace up your shoes and head out for a walk with these tips in mind. Small changes like these can make a huge difference in how you feel, not just today, but for years to come. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these mistakes in your own walks? Maybe you've already tried one of these fixes and have a story to share. Drop it in the comments below. It could inspire someone else. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips to keep you living your best life at any age. Here's to stronger, happier walks and feeling great every step of the way.